Hi guys, we
Hello
are
again.
back with Risk and Hustle with Tatiana.
And Val. Best of the best.
Yeah, and we have new mics.
Oh my God, we're going to talk about this right now? This is my stuff. Okay?
I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, we didn't even get to episode 10.
Listen,
and you had to upgrade
when you do something
to apparently the best mics for podcasts.
There's nothing but the best, you know. When you want to do something, you got to do it big or you don't do it at all. This is what you wanted to do.
Let's see if anybody really notices a sound difference.
Oh, you're going to see. You'll definitely notice. We don't have to fix anything anymore. You know, this is basically all
You don't have to edit.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Anyways, so what's the episode that we're going to talk about today that you set me down here for?
We are going to talk about reviews. And I actually spent a lot of time going back and reading the reviews. And there's some amazing reviews, which thank you so much to everybody who wrote great reviews.
Yeah, we have more. Well, thank God. We have more good reviews.
There are some bad reviews on there, and some of them are valid. I'm not going to say they're all like,
listen, we can't please everybody, right?
But I thought it would be fun to actually read some of the reviews and get your reaction. Some of the reviews are about you.
Yeah, well, majority are probably are about me, the bad ones. But hey, like I said, we can't please everybody. I think some of these that I took in here are kind of funny because I feel like, what do you really wanted me to do? Like some of the things, and again, like I appreciate majority of these reviews. Yeah. Because it helps us fix the situation at the same time.
Most of the time it does. I think people write bad reviews to kind of hurt your business. And I think that's
are the ones I can't stand.
That's like a little malicious. If you really care, maybe you should reach out to us personally. Like, we're not offended. We can't be perfect. Yeah. Especially now we have 5 locations. We can't be everywhere. We train the best we can, but people are going to make mistakes. So we own it. But to write a bad review, I don't know. I really think maybe sending me an email would have been a better way. But we can talk about when it's worth a bad review, I guess.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think all these reviews, good or bad, to be honest with you, they shouldn't exist. I mean, I get it. I don't live by it. I know you do a little bit. I'm not the type of person that will ever go and read the reviews and then, decide on where I'm going to go.
If you're going to go there or not. I get it.
Everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different taste buds. You're not going to know what's good, what's bad.
Just because somebody didn't like something.
Especially me, because, like I'm very picky with food.
Right.
I would never just sit there and ride, no matter what it is. If I don't like something,
I know, but have you gone somewhere and really like, this sucks and I need to write a review?
Not really. It's just never. If anything, you've kind of yelled at me because you're like, why are you so mad at the employee? Yeah. Because in my head, you're like, at that moment, you're just kind of like, oh my God, the service sucks, the food sucks. Yeah. And yes, I could vouch for that I've probably been bad with.
Well, the problem with Val is a lot of restaurants and places we go, he customizes his food. Like he'll remove something and he'll ask for specific, something plain. Normally his food's very plain. And I will tell you, like 90% of the time they mess up your order. Yeah.
And it's not even that hard.
Right.
Literally,
it's just like
no sauce.
Right, like plain. Or white pizza with no garnish on it because you don't want like the green.
I hate the greens. I just don't get the point of why they have to put parsley or whatever. Oh,
some people like it.
Yeah. Anyways,
or on your fries, they'll like garnish the heck out of your.
Or they put garlic when it's not supposed. I hate garlic, by the way. I know that like.
A lot of the food already has garlic, but you don't like it when it's like pieces of garlic everywhere.
If it has like the taste of it, I mean, listen, I get it. Like some of the garlic does make the food good, like on the bread and things like that. I like it. It's not that I hate it. I hate it when I see it.
The chunks.
The chunks and things like that and the crunch. It's like, ugh. It's one of those things that I never really liked.
So you just tell everybody that you're allergic to garlic, even though you're technically not really allergic to garlic. Yeah, which is
another thing that I would like to talk about because I think I use that a lot. Now when I hear people like, oh, I'm allergic to...
You're like, no, you're not. You just don't like it.
I'm like, oh my God.
Some people are really allergic. You know, but we can talk about the main allergies, obviously, like peanuts, dairy, things like that.
Those we take very serious.
Yeah, I mean, we take all of the allergies serious, but even like you have a sensitivity to kiwi, I do as well.
Yeah,
I can eat it, but it kind of makes my throat a little like itchy.
I'm not gonna die from it.
Yeah, you know, but if it's like a little bit on it,
I just think that, again, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but everywhere I read, fruits is not a severe allergy.
Well, no, that's what I think the health department, because we've had severe allergies and we're always looking for better ways to improve our process and do better with training and everything. And because there's, you know, bananas all over the place, if you're allergic to bananas, I probably wouldn't go to Boost Bowls. Like, because I don't think it's the best decision.
It's bananas, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there's just
no other way.
touching everything, and it's not like we have separate ways to keep that, you know, things separately. But anyway, let's get to the reviews.
Oh my God.
I want to talk about, and obviously we have notes because I got to read the reviews. I didn't want to be on our phones looking for certain reviews.
Yeah,
but
these are some funny ones.
We're not gonna read like good reviews because I mean, go online and like see it. We wanted to pick some really bad reviews to discuss them.
I don't even know if they're bad. I mean
they're bad. They gave us a 1 rating.
Yeah, if it's about my food, then I can understand. But if you're gonna talk about certain things like that happen in the store, or you had a bad experience, or these are the things that drive me crazy. The decorations.
But I do think service is a big part of the experience.
Absolutely.
And we want to make sure our staff, you know, we want to make sure you get a good experience. It's not just about good food. We're all about good vibes. So when people tell us that they had bad service, I do want to know that. And we discuss it and we want to fix it. But with that said, people have bad days.
Well, and that's the thing is like, there's only so many people that you can make happy. No matter what you try, at the end of the day, it's going to be one of those things that you just kind of give up. Yeah. You know, you tested it. You tried to like basically explain yourself, which is sometimes, majority of the time, actually, I tell my employees is don't explain yourself too much because then it's
almost worse.
Yeah, it's worse. Basically, like, let's go to the one where was it?
No, wait.
I have to start with this
Go
one.
ahead.
My favorite one, I mean, I have a lot of the ones I read, but the one with the acai that the person called me a liar. You know, that.
Oh, like, no, well, read it.
That really one. Like offended me. I gotta find it now because I think you have that one. The sugar. Oh yeah. Here we go. The owner told me the bowls were sugar free. When I started to get them, I thought they tasted great for a no sugar product. Then one day I asked the girl behind the register to see the acai packaging, and in fact it does say that there's tons of sugar on it. Owner's a liar. Product now healthy as claimed. Okay. I don't know what packages you saw over there or who showed you, but I can assure you, from day one, for 10 years that we've been in this business,
the same one.
We've had the same product. We've never changed it. And you can come to this day and see it. And I've explained this to everybody. Our packets are sugar. There's zero sugar added. Yeah. Now,
the packets of acai are no sugar.
No sugar.
Like it'll literally say 0 grams.
0 grams. But there is bananas in it. So then there's pineapple in it. That's natural sugar. Now we don't use pumps or anything like that, which we explain to everybody. Like, you
or
know, maybe
add any sugars.
Yeah. Our bowls are not as, you know, sweeter as some places. Well, not some places. Every damn place out there now. And this is where I want to clear myself. And I'm going to say my bowls, again, they might not be the sweetest things, right, but they're a lot healthier than what you're getting out there. Because I'm telling you right now, every store, and I'm not going to be one of those. We've had so many times that we sat down and we talked about it. The scoopable acais, you might as well have
an ice cream.
Actually worse. Ice cream is better than it.
It's sorbet. A lot of the acai concepts out there are sorbet. And let me tell you, I get why they've gone to sorbet. When you've grown to a certain, point, it's just so much easier to have a big bucket and be able to just scoop that right out.
Like ice cream. They're just basically put in there. But if you go in there and ask them, which you should, to bring you that tub and read the back of it,
and what's in it,
I can assure you, majority of the things that you're going to read in there, you've never heard of.
You won't know how to pronounce. And the reason being is because that fruit is coming from Brazil. It's being shipped. And now you got to package it in order for it to like last. So obviously you need the preservatives, the sugars. Acai by itself is gross. It's bitter.
It's very tart.
It's tart. Yeah, people, you're not going to enjoy 100% acai. If you take our packets, you're not going to sit and eat that packet without mixing with something.
You won't be able to eat it. It's just, it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't really taste like anything. We've tried it.
So yes, our bowls, added up when you add banana and pineapple, obviously there's sugar in it,
but
right?
It's natural sugar from the fruits.
Exactly.
Which, again, your body doesn't know the difference.
Or does it? I mean, I don't know. We're not doctors. I'm not a nutritionist.
But I've heard things, like that. So I guess I'm just repeating myself. But the point of this is people obviously need to do their own research and figure, like you said, we're not doctors, we're not nutritionists. But acai berry lasts, when it's picked, most of the last is about 3 days.
Not even. I think it's even less. 24 to 48 hours. You have to either like freeze it or like
that's what they do. So we get them in packs, basically straight from Brazil. They come to California. From California, they get shipped to a warehouse where we have, and then they get shipped to us. But everything that we get is natural. It's organic. You can come and see it anytime you want. There's no hidden stuff. It's all there. But we just refuse, like I said, to go to Scoopable because everybody else just has the same thing. We've heard comments like, oh, I'm going to stick to this company because it's a lot better. I'm going to stick to that company. Okay, listen, we completely understand that. It's fine. But if I change now to that same stuff, then base might as well be the same thing as everybody else.
Right.
The difference is, we want to stick to what we've been doing for 10 years. It's been working, thank God. And it's a lot more natural and we're going to keep going. Yes. Does it suck to keep blending all the time?
And that's why we actually, I think there's a review about the noise.
Yes. One guy went in there and basically said, he's like, great food, great atmosphere. The only thing that I didn't like was that it was like a construction zone because of the blenders.
Yeah.
And yes, we understand. Unfortunately, when we're making everything from scratch and it's fresh.
Yeah, especially when we're blending our batches. We try to do them in the morning, before everything. So it's not a lot of crazy, like loud and, construction zone that they say.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, especially, in the summer months when we're doing lots of multiple batches. Okay.
Sleep mode.
Did you change it so it doesn't?
No, but it will be fine now.
Okay. So.
But as we were talking about, yes, blenders unfortunately are going to be it's been one of our biggest issue there because it is very loud, and we've tried to, fix the situation, but it's very hard when you're trying to do everything from scratch.
Yeah.
We did that like. Basically, as soon as we come in, we do blend majority of our things, our batches.
For the day. At least for most of the day. But in the summer, we're a lot busier, too.
So then we're blending basically all day long.
Exactly. So unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that yet.
And we're still working on it. I mean, we've been trying for so long. Now, I know that people will say like, well, why didn't you blend in advance or like overnight and then leave them? What you need to know is, as I said before, everything we do is fresh. Mm-hmm. It's natural. We can't if once I blend that, and if it stays for more than a day, it tastes like refrigerated food. Yeah. So that's because there's no
preservatives in it at all. Like it really is just the acai.
So that's why we're always blended.
Yeah. So. We got this review. I'm going to read it. Unfortunately, I was not able to try a bowl due to the cashier telling me I wasn't able to order without bananas. I was so excited to try bowls, and to my disappointment, there was no alternative for people who are allergic to bananas. Smoothies were good. My child approved, but I wish this establishment looked into considerations of people with food allergies with having an alternatives for bananas.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, listen, I was on keto a couple of years ago and I have tried blending acai with so many different things. Like I tried avocado. Like I really wanted an acai keto-friendly bowl. It was impossible. It was disgusting. If we don't blend it with bananas, you are getting water. Like it is going to be so watery with ice. Actually, with that said, do you remember one time you're like working and somebody came in and told you they wanted an acai bowl with no banana and you told them we can't do it? And they're like, we get it here all the time.
And that was the craziest part, because I'm like, you get it here all the time. Okay, well, who's made it? Because I can assure you, you know, I train every employee that goes in there that we cannot do it without bananas. And they know to never do it. And we explained to them, and as much as I was explaining to her, I was like, I can assure you that. And she's like, no, I've had it here. I'm telling you right now, I've had it here multiple times. I was like, ma'am, I'm telling you, like, we've been doing this for years, and there's just no way to do it without bananas. I even had to go and get the pack out and show it to her. And I said, I can make it for you, but I can assure you that you're not going to like it. And then I basically put it on the blender and just blended by itself. And it was like, literally you could drink it with the spoon, because it was like very soupy. Yeah. And obviously she didn't buy it, and then she leaves and writes a review. Yeah. So it's just, it's one of those things that, you know, unfortunately we cannot make everybody happy as much as we try, you know, with everything we do. It's hard. Some people you just can't please them no matter what you do. Yeah. I personally think that like I said before, if I don't like something, whatever, like I move on with my life, you know, I go somewhere else, but I'm not going to sit there and just try to hurt somebody's business just because of whatever. Like, I don't like something. I'm like I said, I'm very picky with food. So I'm the last person that I can go and judge somebody, because some people love their food, and
as I think restaurant, like business owners too, I've empathized. Like I feel bad for some owners, because I've gone places owners not there. Like remember we went to eat dinner one time and I ordered a fried rice, and it was a vegetable fried rice. That was bad. And then all of a sudden I get the fried rice and it's filled with like sausage, and it was on the menu specifically said vegetable fried rice. Yeah. And I'm not going to go online and write a review. I mean, that was awful, huge mistake.
Well, the waitress, she was really, really nice about it. But you could see that the manager was like
sitting at the bar.
She wanted to talk to him. Didn't even bother to come and say anything, whatever. Yeah. We just told her, we're like, listen, it's fine. We just want to let you know that.
Yeah, and they made me a new one and it was okay. Yeah. I almost messaged the owner just to kind of give them a heads up of what's happening in their establishment. I just thought the manager, that was a big mistake. You know, for them not to come out and apologize when I specifically had said, like, I need vegetables. There's no meat in it, right?
As a manager, you should always make sure you go talk to, like, that's how we train our, you know, basically our managers. Because if somebody has an issue with something, go talk to them and see how you can make it better. If he come in and just said, hey, listen, I'm so sorry they messed up. Yeah. Whatever, it would have been a different story.
The restaurant was dead.
Yeah, it was
and
like
he
there
was
no
just
one there.
sitting on his laptop at the bar.
Doing nothing.
Whatever. Listen, I've worked and sat on my laptop and been really busy, so maybe he was just really busy.
But still, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to take the time to go and talk. Again, like I said, you can't please everybody, but at least try to do whatever you can. Yeah. I
want to go through our first bad review that we ever gotten.
God. I never forget that day.
And let me tell you, I think this was really heartbreaking. I feel like it was really, like, it hurt, like, to get this bad review.
I think this was our first crazy summer. I remember that, like, clearly. And we talk about this actually.
So let me read it, because this was all your fault, by the way. And you could have just given her a better thing. But anyway.
I guess I'll explain myself after.
This was about a little over a year since we opened our business in Bethel. And it says, I really wanted to like this place, but my experience today left a bad taste in my mouth. The smoothies are okay. I was excited to see a place that offered healthy option and smoothies with real fruit. They are outrageously overpriced, and the smoothies are lukewarm, even when I requested extra ice. Okay. I mean, I don't think we weren't even overpriced at that point, but okay. After purchasing 2 smoothies, I requested a bowl of tap water for my dog as it was 90 degrees outside. I should also mention we participated in a charity walk right around the corner to benefit an animal shelter. So she was panting pretty heavily after that. They came back with a 4-ounce cup.
4 ounce? We don't even have a 4-ounce cup.
My dog is over 70 pounds. I asked for one of their plastic salad bowls and they claimed they couldn't give that. For a business to not offer something to their customer is a level of greed I don't wish to feed into.
Oh my God. I'm going to tell you right now, this has been probably 9 years ago. I still remember that day clearly. This is when it was our first.
Well, I made you real. I was like, why didn't you just give her the damn salad bowl?
What happened is, I'm telling you right now, this was through lunchtime.
I don't even think you looked at the dogs.
6 employees. No, I did see the dogs.
Oh.
There was people literally waiting in line for food.
Yeah.
We're going insane. I was sweating.
Yeah.
You know, it was so hot. We're moving around. There's tickets literally coming down like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Everybody's running around. And here I see this lady. First of all, you shouldn't walk inside. When you see that there's enough people and it's a restaurant, you shouldn't walk with big dogs. Yes, it was like
pounds.
It was like 100 degrees out.
Yeah.
Like this was, and it wasn't one dog; it was 2 of them.
Right.
She had a big dog, and then she had another smaller one. So then she comes in, and everybody's trying to order their food, and we're trying to like run around here and there. And then she goes, "Can I have a bowl for my dog?" And I said, "Okay." So I grabbed the first bowl, which was our bowls that we use for our bowls.
Like the acai bowls.
The acai bowl.
Which is 16 ounce
bowl.
Okay.
I filled it up. I even put some ice on it because it was hot out there. I give it to her. This lady never came back to say like, oh, you know, my dog. She just takes the bowl and I'm like, all right, she leaves. But then she goes to an employee like, do you guys have this and that? I said, ma'am, I was like, listen, we are very busy, unfortunately. If your dog, you know, needs more than that, then you gotta figure out, like, this is not my problem.
You could have just given her the salad bowl.
But I get it.
I get it, but
it's
I
fine.
mean,
I could have taken my time not to go all the way to the other side of the kitchen to get a bigger size bowl because her big head dog, no offense, like I love dogs and I love animals and it's fine. And that's why after all this that happened, by the way, now in every one of our stores, you'll see it in the front that I put a big bowl. I put treats in there. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, so now we have a water like bowl outside of every location.
It's not just because of her. I mean, I've always wanted to put it there, especially in Bethel. Bethel is like
a lot of walking people. It's a lot even like Mystic, there's a lot of people walking around.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But for you to go and write a review because it's none of my, like, how is it my problem that like you see that we're going insane instead of like, hey, oh my God, these people are going crazy, like look at all these tickets, look at all these people in the store. And I kid you not, I still have a video of people swamped inside in there waiting for their food. Now I got to stop what I'm doing to please a person that her dog is huge, and apparently the bowl, the 16-ounce bowl that she called 4 ounces wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
For the dog.
I get it.
So come on.
But I feel like your extra, 30 seconds would have helped us not get this bad review.
But this was, in the beginning of the time when we really started getting busy and, we didn't, I still wasn't understanding a lot of the things. And I'm not making an excuse about it, but I'm still going to say, like, come on.
Oh, so with that, I have to read the other one. This was a couple of years later. But again, you do not like to give away our plastic stuff. You know that? Like, I'm noticing a little trend.
Believe it or not, I hate plastic.
Well, you hate wasting it, too.
I hate wasting it because we do use a lot and there's no other way. I mean, there is ways, but which we can go back to that. When we decided to change, people hated the paper stuff and the sugarcane straws. This was before COVID when everybody was talking about everything. So go ahead. Like
Save the Turtles and all that, the straw issue. But anyway, so the owner and the food and juices are wonderful. However, the employee named Val needs a lesson in customer service. I guess you're not an owner, sorry.
It's okay.
Copped an attitude when I asked for a small cup to share my smoothie with my husband while waiting for acai bowls. Total bill, $30. I'll do it for you this time, but I'm not supposed to. just gave you a $2.50 tip, dude. Loosen up. Stick your hand in the tip jar and put the money in the drawer for it. You're way too uptight over a damn plastic cup.
These things always happen, always in the busiest time. And it wasn't that I didn't want to give her a cup. She just ordered a small smoothie and then decides, like, if it was a kid, like for kids, we do it. But you come as a grown up, you're going to order a small smoothie. Okay. And then you want me to split that 12-ounce smoothie into another cup so you can share with your husband. I mean, come on. That is ridiculous. So, and that's not what I said. I said, how about this? I'll make the smoothie. I'm going to give you an extra cup. Now you guys can split it. I'm not going to sit there and split, oh, here's a little bit of this one and here's a little bit of this one for a 12-ounce smoothie. It's just ridiculous. I might have said it in, not the right way, I guess. I don't know how.
You do come across harsh sometimes with your delivery.
I mean, listen, I do the best I can. I've given people free food so many times, and I still to this day do it.
Right.
I mean, majority of our clientele is kids. I, as a refugee kid in this country, I know how it feels not to have money. I've had kids that have come in with their friends and they'd sat there and they had food and I would walk by and I would see the other kids,
one kid
sitting by basically not getting anything. And what I would do is I would just go make something and bring it. Wouldn't even say a damn thing.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. Right. But I've seen that. I've seen it many times and I've done it. For me, it's not about food. It's about wasting things. I just can't stand some of these things like, oh, can I have this? Can I have that? Or, you order your food and my food is too dry. My food is too drenched with dressing.
Not enough dressing.
Not enough dressing. Not enough cheese. Not enough this. Too overpowering. It's like we can't. Unfortunately, you can't.
Everybody has a little bit of different taste buds.
And then on top of that, when they order their food, they come to ask for extra things, and they expect for you to give that stuff for free. Which majority of the time, like I'm gonna tell you right now, I would say 99% of the time when I'm there or a manager, we give it to them.
If it's like a silly extra thing, they usually just add it.
But now you have an employee, that. She's just an employee there.
That reminds me when we said about drenched and not drenched. Remember the balsamic glaze situation?
Yeah.
So, there was no review with this, but our employee called us and explained what had just happened. And she's like, you might get a review or you might get an email about this. We just had this woman. She ordered, I think it was a toast with like the glaze or a salad.
No, it was
with
the tomato wrap.
Okay. The tomato. Yeah. And our balsamic glaze is very concentrated. So when we put glaze, it's just a little drizzle of it just to kind of give it like a little kick. Yeah. It's not dressing. But our employee, I think, could have done a better job explaining that. Yeah. So I guess the woman left and just basically looked at it and was like, hey, it wasn't enough glaze.
Yeah, but what happened is she asked for extra. So then they took a dressing cup, which is 3.5 ounces, 3.25. And they put basically they didn't fill it. They put a little tiny
bit.
She wanted that whole 3.5 ounces filled basically for free. Which, you can't, it's not a dressing, it's a glaze.
Well, no, she didn't want it for free. She did not mind paying for it. Because I remember she ended up paying the extra $1 for the glaze. Okay. Because the girls charged her, which if we were there, we wouldn't have charged her. Yeah. Fine. So yes, we gave for $1. She got the glaze, but when she got it, they only filled a quarter of our salad, dressing cup. And I think because she paid the $1, she was expecting it to be filled.
To get the whole thing.
So they just told, for us to actually fill the whole thing of that, it would have been a whole full glaze
I mean, you
bottle.
Can't even put that much. I mean, some people might, I guess, like that much glaze, but it's not a dressing.
There's no way you can eat that much. But anyway, our employee really just did not explain the situation the best way. You could tell the woman was annoyed. We went back in the camera. We can't hear it, but we could just like we saw it, and based on what our employee said, she's like, I think she's gonna complain. So I ended up finding out who it is because I wanted to really, apologize for the situation. Because number one, we should have just given her a little extra glaze. We didn't really have to charge her the extra $1 for it.
Again, this is an employee. It's different when an owner is there or a manager that can handle things better, which we explain to them too. But there's no right and wrong way on these situations. She's just doing her job.
Right.
If it says like you order something and you want an extra dressing or an extra that, we have to charge.
Yeah.
Every place does it. I mean, there's places where, I go and ask for extra cheese and they charge you $3.
Right.
Or on top of that, like we were at the coffee shop the other day. I ordered a bagel with egg and cheese, right? That was $4. And I was like, oh, can I get some fries with it? The fries by itself was $8.
Yeah, that's
$8. I couldn't believe that. I was like, so you're telling me that a bagel with egg and cheese is less than fries that cost you $2-3, a huge bag that you buy. Like it's mind blowing to me. But what am I gonna do? Like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, hey,
write a review about it.
They charged me $8 for fries, but $4 for a bagel with egg and cheese, and there was little tiny fries. No, I move on with my life. And that's it. Next time I probably just won't order. That's all.
You just won't order fries.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not overpaying for fries, but their bagel and egg and cheese is good. So keep
you don't
ordering
like
the bagel.
something, just move on.
All right. So you read.
Oh my God. Let's see. We have a couple of things in here. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Very good ambience, good service, but looks sparse. And it seemed to be hybrid, hippie, and health conscious place. Price were very high. Okay, so how am I supposed to?
And we got a 1 for that.
Yeah,
like
how am I
star?
supposed? It's like, what's wrong with my place? Hippie,
sparse. What? Everything's like separated. I mean, not enough furniture for them. I mean, we do have limited seating, so it's not like we can stuff up the place with.
I mean, what does that have anything to do?
Which location? I think that was Newtown, right?
I think that was Newtown. I mean, that place is huge. We have tables and chairs. We have enough,
and it's so decorated and cozy. I mean, I think, but maybe.
But this is what I'm talking about. You have the time for you to go and sit. Like if you had a problem with my food, I can understand. Like that's fine.
He didn't like the decoration.
He didn't like my decorations, bro. Like, so you have to go and talk about like, oh, how it's hippie, which I don't really see it as a hippie place. We made it pretty cool. It's got lights. It's got all these things.
I guess it's hippie because of neon lights. That's a little hippie.
Again, this is what I'm saying. It's like a million things. Let's go. What do we have? New ones able to. Oh, I guess you're okay. How about this one? Order the watermelon bowl. Now, watermelon bowl is in the summer.
Right.
Okay. People that order our food, I always explain to them.
Read the review.
No, but I just want to explain it first. Every time you order something, like especially if you order a bowl with us, you should know it's like having ice cream. Actually, worse. It's going to melt within 15 minutes.
Val's sister lives in New York, and she's always asking us to bring a bowl. And most of the time, especially in the summer, Val's like, no, I'm not bringing you a bowl because by the time it gets to you, it's going to be gross. And she's like, I don't care. I'll be fine. I'll put it in the fridge. But we're so big on our bowls, like consistency. Because we work really hard to make sure it's like thick and creamy.
Exactly. Because especially if it's your first time and you order and you're going to get that, you're not going to like it.
Right.
If you're not having that right away, fresh, creamy, you're going to hate it.
Right.
So they write, they go, order the watermelon bowl, got a $16 soup. I understand the prices are high right now, especially on the fruit, but this place is truly not worth the price. I've come here for years. I'm local, and only time that this location is good is when the owner is there. 2 of my family members used to also come here religiously and have since stopped as it's gone downhill. Wow. One has even made a joke about calling it to see the owner if the owner was in, as they agreed that it's only good when they're there. I mean, guys, I have 5 locations right now. How can I be in the same place? I mean, listen, I appreciate that.
No, I was going to say, that's not what we want. We want the consistency to be great, whether we're there or not, or a manager's there or not. So we definitely take that, a little bit.
And I did.
The watermelon bowl, there's not really much we can do if you get a watermelon bowl and then you drive home with it and
it's
know,
not
it's
even
sitting.
drive home. They got an Uber Eats.
Yeah.
So think about it. By the time that driver brings it to you, and this is what
And
I've
we
always
don't know
said,
how long the stops
for a
are.
long time, I didn't even want to have these delivery companies, and we didn't do it until literally after COVID is when we started doing like Uber Eats and all these things, because everybody would ask us like, why? And I've explained it a million times. Guys, it's like me buying ice cream at a store. Even like I said, even when you buy ice cream, it holds up a little better.
Because there's a little more preservatives in there. And
ours is basically, it's a fruit.
Especially the seasonal items.
A watermelon.
Because all those bowls,
it's water.
We blend one at a time. Very rarely they're in batches. At least our acai and pitaya, they're prepped in batches because we sell a lot of them.
The acai and pitaya is the only ones that we keep, and the blue magic. The rest of them, we blend one by one. So if you're going to be more than 15 minutes, 20 minutes late tops,
right,
you're going to have. And I saw the picture, and now, I would love to. And a lot of times when I see these reviews, I call them, I give them some credit so they can go and try it again, but.
No, the reviews it's really hard actually when they send, because I'll get emails and those I love when people email me and they take the time to do that. Even if they're pissed off and, I can't turn it back around because again, we make mistakes.
Of course.
But the reviews, like most of the time I'll reply to something, they rarely, 99.9% of the time, they do not email me back.
I mean, majority of the reviews that I see, they're bad. Like I said, are kind of stupid. I hate to say it. And I know that there's, No, but
we learned from that. Like the watermelon bowl, okay?
Saying, like,
but everything else she's saying, though, is correct. If she's not getting consistency because we are not there, mostly you, she's saying, then that's, a problem that we need to work on. And I think that was a few years ago anyway. And we definitely worked on more process and everything.
On majority of our things, but it's like what I'm talking about, since it's the review podcast, you're like, read this one, for example. Okay. This was literally 2 years ago. Good smoothie, but for life of me, I don't understand why it's called Boost Bowls, but I don't see a single bowl on the menu. Like, bowls are our number one selling items.
She gave us one.
She gave us one for that.
Just because the name, she doesn't think the name matches the item.
Like, how ridiculous is that? You literally took the time to go and write, why is it called Boost Bowls? I don't understand for the life of me, and I don't see no bowls anywhere. A single bowl.
Oh my God.
Like, we have salad bowls. Our menu is like right in front of you. We have the majority of the pictures that you see there is our acai bowls and everything else. You didn't see a bowl?
Yeah.
No offense, man, but I don't know what kind of glasses were you wearing, unfortunately, for you to not see that. So it's just one of those things. Let's talk about...
This actually goes... Go ahead, actually.
Can we talk about the mom party?
Oh yeah. This wasn't that long ago.
This was actually recently, a couple of months ago.
By the way, I have that here. Did you copy that one too? Because I had to.
You have it. Can you read that one?
I can't read it. It's literally a full page. This is going to be a whole episode on just this one review that happened.
Before you start reading it, just so you know, we've had, like kids parties at the store before where, parents would call or say like, hey, listen, we want to throw a little birthday. Would you mind if we can do it? And I've said, yes, absolutely. Just let me know the date, the time, so I can at least have an extra staff that's there that can make sure to observe the front. Because we don't have waiters and waitresses around. We work in the kitchen. We call when the food comes in. But in this situations, we need to have somebody up front because there's kids, there's liability. You have to make sure that,
Yeah.
you have the right staff
in there. There was two
there.
staff working that day. I want to say it was a Sunday morning.
It was a Sunday morning.
Yeah. So we get a call probably at like 10 a.m. I think as soon as we opened at 10 a.m. And our staff asked if we were having an event at the store today. And we were like, no. And sometimes I'll set things up and I just forget to mention to the staff. So,
yeah, and
I think they were thinking that. And I was like, absolutely not. I have no idea. They're like, oh, there's, some moms here with kids and they're setting up the table. And so we have 3 tables. They were setting up 2 tables and they took over our high top, like the bar. Yes.
They put all their crafts, cupcakes.
They were covering with tablecloths.
Didn't even ask anybody anything.
Okay. They did buy a couple of smoothies. As her review says, we had already spent $40 worth of food and drinks. Okay, with more people coming, apparently.
Well,
but
yeah, there was more coming. Yeah. When I called her, she's like, "Oh yeah, we're just having a couple of moms."
So
with
it
kids.
says this was our first time going with my kids. I had never heard of this place before, and I was excited to try some healthy items with my kids. We had planned to meet a few moms and kids here to complete a craft. So they were getting together to do a craft. We prepped, bringing plastic coverings to ensure we didn't get anything on their furniture, all with washable supplies and plenty of adult supervisions. Again, we had no idea this was happening. We understand there could have been some hesitation, so we wanted to ensure we were respectful of their space. Well, number one, if you wanted to make sure, a phone call to let us know would have been great. But from what I understand, this was an event that was going to be planned for outdoors. They were going to do something at the park, but it was raining that day. So they picked Boost Bowls, a place that they had never gone to. And it was the first time going. You know, I just think, especially if you're planning something last minute like that, wouldn't you go somewhere that you know that you've been and you're like comfortable?
Exactly.
So,
and that was the crazy part for me is like, would you have, why pick my place? Why was it okay that my place was okay to just go without asking anything?
Yeah.
To just set up your tablecloths, put your lunches and your crafts and all your stuff in there. And yeah, you bought, a couple of smoothies to show that you're there to buy something. You want to throw a party with all these kids and moms, but you don't let anybody know. Yeah. I just want to know what in the right mind makes a person think that it's okay to just go at a restaurant.
I'm the one
asking.
So we ended up, I think our staff was being polite, and she says in her review that the staff was super polite and understandable, but the owner, Val, she keeps saying you, but I'm actually the one that I
wasn't even the one that talked to her.
No, I'm the one that got on the phone with her. She probably just got Val because the girls mentioned Val and she assumes Val is me. And she's saying that Val not once gave me a moment to explain. And I think she did explain first. I'm the one that asked, like, hey, what's happening? I let her explain it. And then I said, unfortunately, we cannot throw a kids gathering with prior notification. You're setting up, tables and coverings and stuff. It's a bit of a liability for us as we're not set up for kids party. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how many kids were coming. We just didn't know the details. And we only had 2 people working that morning.
In the morning.
Had we been prepared for more, then we would have, maybe had 4 people in that morning.
Like, we have kids, like I said in the beginning, majority of our clientele is moms, kids, students, and we love having that. It would have been fine. All they had to do is make a phone call. I would have made a phone call and got some more staff in, or showed up myself if I had to. But for you to just do all that without asking anything, it's mind blowing to me that I would never ever do that anywhere.
Agree. And I'm a mom with kids, and I don't know any of the moms group that we would just plan something like that without giving them at least a heads up before I head over. Yeah. Right? I don't know that I would ever, that's just too much for me. But listen, everybody has their own opinion and their own version of how things went down. I'm sorry that was your experience. I wish we could have handled it better, but obviously I guess at this point it doesn't matter to end it, because this was a really long review, and feel free to look it up.
Longest one.
But she posted it on Google, then she had a friend post on it too, gave us 1-star rating, and then wrote on Facebook as well with a bad review. So anyway, really made sure to cover it all. And the sad part is that, she wrote on here that what did she say? One of our group owns a local company. Another manages a local company. We all work locally with the community. We will be sharing our experience with other. From one business owner to another, I think it's a shame that somebody would want to put down anyone's business, good or bad. I've been to multiple places that gave me terrible service, awful food, awful experience. But even with that, as I know how hard it is to run a business, I would never put somebody down to that extreme. And as a mother, I also think like shame on them to really, you know, their main goal after that day was to jeopardize my business and take us down. Yep. And I think that that's just too much from someone. You know, like you can't hate it that much.
We have God on our side and we work very hard. And I think, you know, as I said before, you can't please everybody. We try to do our best. I think it shows because the community and everybody else loves us out there. We're not going to always be perfect.
No.
But, you know, as I said to you before, people are like garbage trucks. Okay. They get fed up daily picking up garbage here and there. So somehow I think that day they were just having a bad day, maybe with the rain and everything. So they had to come in and just basically dump that garbage on us because they couldn't figure out anywhere else. Like,
well,
for me,
I felt like they were stuck. Now,
take it to your house.
Not only that, if they own other local businesses, didn't they have a space they could go to?
Apparently not. Apparently, just Boost Bowls was the place.
The place that they've never supported. This was their first time they decided to throw an unplanned party. Yep. But again,
we're the wrong.
I don't hate them. I wish them like well, and I hope their business succeeds. I just think there was better ways to handle that. You know, and
even after we answered, they still continued with it.
Yeah, I ended up writing, I think, a comment on Facebook because I was just really hurt by the experience.
I wanted to show the videos and you didn't allow me.
I know, I
wanted
didn't.
to put the cameras on, like,
you
and
really
just
did.
show exactly what they did so people can actually see the truth.
What was actually happening. But you know what? I'm not going to call out people like totally. Feel free to call me out. But, you know. All right. Well, let's move on. Let me see.
There's so many, but I feel like we got to
I think this is fun. I don't know.
What's the other one? Oh, there was another one that the guy went in. Where was it?
This one. Hold on. Where was it?
Oh.
What, you found one? This one. See, like, all right, we got a review. It said, first time eating here, and I ordered my smoothie at 9:55, and it wasn't ready until 10:30. So that's 35 minutes for a smoothie. Just was frustrating having to wait that long when I am in a rush on my lunch break. Totally valid. I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but hey, I wish you complained that day. And maybe you did. I don't know. This was a while ago. It shouldn't have taken that long. Most likely what happened, your ticket printed and got lost somewhere and fell. I don't know if it was busy that day.
It's hard for me to understand that one because it said she ordered at 9:30 and got
9:55.
Okay, so she got
35 minutes.
35 minutes later. I mean, was she sitting there waiting? Because there's no way. Our ticket number, the most.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying is that sometimes, no, it's not 3 minutes. Val.
Like smoothies and bowls?
But if it's busy and you have, this was in the summer, this was June.
I get it, but at 9:55, you're still like,
that's actually the morning. It shouldn't. But you know what happened? The ticket, just like one of these days you were at our store and somebody was waiting for something. It fell and it got misplaced.
I understand.
But you should ask for it.
If I'm waiting there for over 30 minutes, you couldn't go up and
just
say like,
something.
hey, you know, because something might have happened.
Right.
But these are the things that I just don't understand. Like me, if I'm waiting for food somewhere and I see they're like, oh, okay, it's
past
been
10 minutes, 15.
Whatever, I'll say like, hey, how we doing? You know, just to at least check up on.
Right.
I'm not going to take my time, you know, waste my lunch break and then go take more time to write a bad review. Like, I get it. Like, you're frustrated. It's fine. But shouldn't you fix that situation before?
Yeah. So see, in cases like that, I definitely think we're wrong. Our smoothie shouldn't have taken 35 minutes to make.
Absolutely not.
So I mean, somebody dropped the ball, but now here I am. I mean, if you had emailed us, I would have given you a credit for another one possibly. Yeah. You know, we figure something out. We'll look at our staffing and see what happened that day.
Listen, we make mistakes.
Yeah.
And like I said before, and everybody does.
Yes.
Right? I made actually a wrap the other day because I'm not at the stores a lot anymore. You know, I go in, I check them out. and I walk out. But some days I'll go in and help out. I was making a wrap, and it literally right on the ticket, it said no banana peppers on avocado wrap. Literally, the minute the driver picked it up, it's when I noticed.
You mean on the hummus wrap, right?
On the hummus wrap, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the hummus wrap. And I was like, oh my God. Because I looked at the ticket after I gave it to the driver.
After you gave it.
And it said no banana peppers. And I remember like looking at it and everything. And I put it and I was like, oh my God. And the driver took it. So what do? I call the customer right away before she even gets it there. Yeah, she even received it. And I said, this is what's happening. I was like, I really apologize. I was like, but to make it up to you, if you still can't have it, or you can just replace the order, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
She's like, no. She's like, I don't really mind it. I just sometimes it's a little overpowering. It's fine. I was like, well, in that case, I'm still going to give you the credit for an extra one for you for next time.
Yeah.
I was like, since you have your account, I was like, I'm going to put it on your awards. Here it is. The next one is on us.
Yeah.
It happens. And majority of not majority, but all of our employees know that if they make that mistake, I tell them.
Acknowledge it immediately and take care of it.
Own it. Fix the situation. Yeah. But there's going to be times where you miss something.
Right.
It happens.
It happens.
Especially at lunchtime when we're busy, something can happen.
When I read reviews of people that have been to our store so many times and then they have that one bad experience and instead of like letting me know, they write a review. It's just like, if you've been a customer for a year and you just, ordered over 10 times and you come in one time and we mess something up, wouldn't you just, I don't know,
that's the right thing to do.
Let me
that's
know.
What I would do. We've gone to restaurants where we know people, and we've had times where like the food was great, and there was times where like it was really bad.
Yeah.
And hey, I pulled them aside and said, "Listen, this today wasn't really that great. I don't know what's going on."
Right. I remember when we had Bethel, and then we had opened the second location, and even like the third location, but we were really trying to figure out like consistency and making sure people were doing the right size bowls and making sure everything was like measured correctly. That's really when we opened our second location is when we really started like having measuring spoons and measuring scoops a little better. We have a review from late like 2019, and it says, I always order the same thing and it tastes different every time. I was spending close to $100 a week there. Did I mention they're overpriced? The oldest lady who claims to be the owner, and I only say this because there's a guy who also claims that it's his place. He told me that her bowls were sugar-free, no sugar added. But one of the friends went there and asked for the girl on the register to see that's an e-packet. And guess what? The owner lied about the sugar.
That's the friend.
So much for the healthy, snack, but bad management will never come back. I mean, you come on a weekly. You've always had this. Don't you think it was worth a better like educational conversation of like letting me really explain? Because our packets there's no sugars in our packets, but we do add fruits. So there's sugar in the fruits.
Apparently we didn't explain it.
But I don't know if we ever said like sugar free. I think we're saying sugar free to the packet.
It's zero sugar on the packet.
And the older woman they're claiming is Val's mom that helped and worked a lot at the store. And yes, it's her store. And this is her son, Val, who is awesome.
We are the owners.
We are. But, the way they say it is just kind of like we're lying about who's owning and everyone's taking ownership and, whatever.
Well, I'm glad most of these bad ones are from the beginning. We learned from it. That's why.
There's some, actually, I'm really disappointed about this one. And we're going to have a whole team meeting about it. Because this is less than a year ago, and it says awful toast.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, I got two different types of toast from here, and the avocado toast I got was all black and brown when I opened it. I tried to scrape it off to salvage it, but I couldn't get around to it. I actually just saw this review. I get notifications. Yeah, I usually get like notifications with like certain reviews and everything. So today I'm going to try to find this customer because I am so embarrassed by the picture she posted.
Listen, again, it's one of those things though that it could have been a new employee too that, it happens.
Yeah, toast.
I always tell them if the avocados are bad, you can't use them. And I'm telling you, it's very rare. That was, to me, I don't know how that made it out. I have no idea. When I saw that picture, it doesn't even look real to me, but it could be.
Yeah.
So
and
it's hard to know
so
really
see,
what.
I appreciate this, and I wish I received an email about this.
Yeah.
You know, you want to write me a review, great, but send me an email as well, because unfortunately there's so many review platforms and we don't always get them quickly.
Yeah.
I don't review them on a daily basis anymore. I do have notifications turned on my phone and I get it, but it's not always immediately. So I hope I find this customer, because what she received should have never gone out. Like, that is definitely not Boost Bowl standard.
I think what we got to do also is, I've been thinking about, I mean, listen, if you ever want to talk to us, by the way, all you have to do is just ask any of our employees, and they'll give you our corporate email, which we respond right away.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know why we haven't done this. We should probably have it in front of our register everywhere, that like if you have any questions or anything
or concerns, advice,
since we're not there all the time now, and people think that we've just let go. No, I haven't let go. Believe me, we're very much involved. We're just, unfortunately, we can't be at all locations at the same time. So we're there a little bit. So you might miss us, but believe me, we're there.
So if you've had a bad experience with us, I would love for you to share, actually good ones too. I love reading good experiences, but the bad ones, if you really truly think it doesn't represent us, or you didn't have good experience, or the bad quality, please email us. The email's info@boostbowls.com. And I promise, like, I read those, I take them very serious. A lot of times we rework our training, our process. We really take those, comments and bad reviews super serious. If we can adjust things to make things better, we 100% do. I mean, that's the point, right? Like, why would I want to give you guys bad service?
Well, we won't be here for 10 years.
Yeah, but some things like, bananas in our smoothie, in our
bowls,
acai bowls, there's not much I can do about that. I'm sorry. Or like, we got a bad review about music. They didn't like the type of music that was playing, but loved the food, but still gave us a 1 rating. Like, just go ask the employee to change the song or put the music down. I don't know. But from there, we started creating our own Boost Bowls playlist, so it's a little more controlled. But
it's still one of those things though with music that you get. When we do playlists, and we try to change it most of the time, but sometimes it's very hard.
And everybody has different tastes.
Everybody has different tastes in music. Now they might want to play it. I always tell them, as long as it's and not anything that's inappropriate.
We don't want inappropriate or bad words. And hey, but sometimes if it does sneak up in there and you notice it, and you're a mom and you're in there with your kids,
you're more than welcome to tell them.
Let our staff know, please. Don't make it a big deal.
Yeah, don't go write a review or their music is horrible or this and that, and give us a star because of the music.
So I really, again, I can't say it enough. I really do appreciate some of these reviews. It's helped shape us who we are today, especially these early ones. We've learned a lot from our bad reviews.
I hope the dog lady came back. I'm sure she has. And if you ever see me, please, and you're ever listening to this,
the dog lady,
come and talk to me, because I would love to do whatever you want. But that was my first one. And
but we have dog bowls, probably because of you at this point.
And dog treats. A majority of the places, unless we run out sometimes. But I try to keep them as much as I can.
Well, this was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And it kind of we
didn't read majority. I mean, I thought we were going to read a lot of them, but honestly, if I start reading all of these, some of these are just
all right. Give me ridiculous.
One more. Like, oh God.
Give me like a ridiculous one.
I don't know where am I now. Oh, there was another one with
this one is all right. This is a good way to leave it off, just because it's funny and we were just talking about music.
Go ahead.
So great if you don't have to sit inside and listen to the god awful crap they call music. I put in an order and I had to wait outside because the music just didn't go with the environment. Ghetto auto-tuned wannabe rap crap. Just bizarre and put me in a really bad mood. The food served there is healthy, but the music is just so toxic.
Wow.
Jeez. Okay. All right.
She must have really not liked that song, whatever it was.
I know.
I wonder if it was probably Cardi B or Nicki Minaj.
Gosh. Well, I'm so sorry the music was so toxic. Please just tell us next time. Well,
we'll play more hippie, thrifty music or something.
I don't know.
Or some beach vibes. I used to play, what do you call it? Bob Marley all the time, which I loved.
I don't know if that's super appropriate, though.
I loved it. It was very tropical, but then people would walk in and some people would be like, well, it's winter and you're making us feel like we're in a tropical place. I'm like, well, that's the whole point.
There you go. I can't please everybody. So let's move on.
Exactly what I've been saying.
I feel like I want to do a couple of these occasionally.
Yeah,
like call out all of our bad reviews and talk about it.
We don't have a lot of bad, but I guess.
But there's some. That's enough. Honestly, I don't want any. Is there a way to just not have any bad
really
review?
Don't care.
Probably
for it
if I pay Yelp.
I'm never, like I said, I'm not the type of person that just goes and looks at these things for anybody. But if you have the time,
I do slightly.
That you take and go and look at this stuff, then you shouldn't be going out. You should just be staying home.
So when I read reviews, I actually always read the bad reviews and just to see. But some of the bad reviews is similar to some of our bad reviews. And it's just kind of like, I don't take as serious.
Yes.
But when it's consistent, the same review, then that's when you really look at it.
Yeah.
No, if consistently we've had service and customer service. So I'm going to talk to my staff and be like, guys,
well, obviously it helps.
Bring up some energy, Listen, let's work on this.
It's good and bad with these things.
It is what it is. We take it. But anyway, we love everybody. So thank you for the good, the bad,
and the ugly.
All of the above. We'll still keep doing and trying to do the best we can. And
we love you guys.
Move on.
We appreciate each and every one of you guys. And thank you for...
Thank you for watching, listening. Make sure you subscribe, follow us, support, so we can keep doing this.
And listen.
Yeah, listen.
Listen.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye.